What would you do if the world's greatest footballer, Cristiano Ronaldo, was standing right in front of you, vulnerable and in need of help? For 12-year-old Lucas, the answer came without hesitation. Little did he know, this simple act of kindness would not only change Ronaldo's day but change Lucas' life forever. It was just another morning in Lisbon. Lucas, a hard-working boy from a humble family, was on his way to the local market when he spotted a sleek black sports car pulled over on the side of the road. His eyes widened in surprise as he recognized the car, Cristiano Ronaldo's. But that wasn't the most shocking part. The football legend was crouched by the vehicle, clearly struggling with a flat tire. Lucas, who had helped his father with car repairs for as long as he could remember, didn't think twice. He walked up to Ronaldo and offered to help. "Excuse me, sir," Lucas said, his voice calm but filled with determination. "Do you need help?" Ronaldo looked up, his eyes flickering with both surprise and relief. "I seem to have gotten a flat, and I'm not sure how to fix it." Without waiting for an invitation, Lucas opened the trunk, retrieved the spare tire, and began working on the car with ease. Ronaldo stood in awe, watching this young boy take charge with a quiet confidence. As Lucas finished tightening the last bolt on the tire, Ronaldo couldn't hide his admiration. "You're incredible," he said, genuinely impressed. "You must know a lot about cars." Lucas smiled shyly, wiping his hands on his jeans. "Not really, sir. I just help my dad when he needs it." Ronaldo looked at him for a long moment, as if seeing something beyond the young boy's humble demeanor. It wasn't just the fact that Lucas had fixed the tire without hesitation, it was the boy's heart, his kindness, and his work ethic that resonated deeply with the football star. "Tell you what," Ronaldo said with a grin, "you've helped me out today, so let me help you in return. How would you like to come train with me and some of my teammates?" Lucas blinked, unsure if he had heard correctly. "Train? With you?" "Yeah." Ronaldo smiled. "You've got the right attitude. I see something in you. Come, let's see what you can do." Lucas was in disbelief as Ronaldo handed him an invitation to join a private training session at one of his personal facilities. This wasn't just a simple gesture of gratitude, it was the opportunity of a lifetime. The next few weeks were a blur of excitement, hard work, and incredible experiences. Lucas was given access to state-of-the-art training facilities, where he not only learned football skills from Ronaldo himself, but also received invaluable advice from professional athletes. He trained with Ronaldo's teammates, who shared their own journeys and encouraged Lucas to pursue his dreams with determination. But Ronaldo didn't stop there. He knew the importance of education and balance. In addition to training, he ensured Lucas received top-tier tutoring to help him excel academically. It wasn't just about football, it was about building a foundation for a successful future, no matter where life took him. Months passed, and Lucas' talent on the field grew. Ronaldo's mentorship was unlike anything he could have ever dreamed of. He wasn't just another kid at a training camp, he was a part of something bigger, a movement that focused on hard work, kindness, and a belief in one's potential. Then came the day when Ronaldo told him, "Lucas, I see something special in you, not just as a footballer, but as a person. Keep working hard, and you'll go far." Lucas had already come far, further than he could have imagined. From fixing a flat tire for his hero to becoming a young football star under Ronaldo's guidance, his life had changed in ways he couldn't have dreamed. And it all started with a simple act of kindness, one flat tire, one moment of generosity that had sparked a chain of events that would shape Lucas' future forever. As Lucas spent more time with Ronaldo, he found himself improving not only in football but in every aspect of his life. The intense training sessions with Ronaldo's professional team had made him stronger, faster, and more confident. But one thing was clear, the path ahead wouldn't be easy. One day, during a practice session, Lucas faced his first major challenge. He was paired up against one of the professional players, Joaquin, a talented winger with lightning speed. Despite his earlier success in training, Lucas found himself struggling to keep up with Joaquin's agility and skill. Frustration began to bubble up inside him. He had always been the best on his local team, but this was different. The players here were on another level. Ronaldo noticed Lucas' frustration from the sidelines and approached him during a break. "Hey, Lucas," he said calmly, "it's not about being the best at everything. It's about improving every day. You won't win every challenge, but you'll learn from them. That's what makes a champion." Lucas nodded, taking a deep breath. He knew Ronaldo was right. He couldn't give up. Not now. The next time Lucas faced Joaquin, he was more determined than ever. He used what he had learned from Ronaldo, focusing not just on his speed but on his strategy. After a few more drills, Lucas finally managed to block Joaquin's shot, surprising even himself. "You're getting better," Ronaldo said with a proud smile. "That's the spirit." As Lucas continued to grow in skill and confidence, his journey took an unexpected turn. Ronaldo's influence had not only helped him on the field but had opened doors for him outside of football. One day, he was invited to attend a press conference where Ronaldo was speaking about his charity work. To his shock, Ronaldo introduced Lucas to the media as a future star in football. The cameras flashed as Lucas stood beside his idol, his heart racing. The press wanted to know more about the young boy who had helped Ronaldo fix his flat tire and was now training with some of the world's top athletes. Lucas was suddenly thrust into the spotlight, something he wasn't prepared for. He had always been shy and humble, preferring to stay out of the limelight. But with Ronaldo by his side, he felt a sense of responsibility to live up to the expectations that were starting to build around him. Ronaldo sensed Lucas' nervousness and put a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "It's okay, Lucas. Just be yourself. The world will respect you for who you are, not who you pretend to be." During the press conference, Lucas spoke honestly about his passion for football, his dreams of helping others, and his gratitude for the opportunity he had been given. The media was captivated by his maturity and wisdom beyond his years. Not long after the press conference, Lucas received an invitation that would change everything. Ronaldo had arranged for him to participate in a youth football tournament, one that could serve as a stepping stone to a professional career. The tournament was being held in Madrid, and the competition would be fierce. Teams from across Europe would be participating, and scouts from some of the world's most prestigious football clubs would be watching. For Lucas, this was his moment to prove himself. But with the pressure mounting, doubts began to creep into his mind. What if he wasn't good enough? What if he failed? Ronaldo, sensing his unease, pulled him aside before the tournament. "Remember," Ronaldo said, "this is about the journey, not the result. No matter what happens, this is just one step toward your future. Keep your head up and play with heart." With Ronaldo's words in mind, Lucas stepped onto the field for the first match. The game was intense, and the stakes were high, but Lucas wasn't afraid. He played with the passion and determination he had learned from his mentor, blocking shots, making assists, and even scoring a stunning goal. By the end of the tournament, Lucas' performance had caught the attention of scouts. He was offered a spot on a youth academy for one of Spain's top football clubs. His dream was starting to take shape, and it had all begun with a simple act of kindness. Years passed, and Lucas continued to grow as a footballer. His skills on the field were unmatched, and his journey was nothing short of extraordinary. He had gone from a shy, humble boy who fixed a flat tire for Ronaldo to a rising star in the football world, with a bright future ahead of him. But throughout it all, Lucas never forgot the lessons he had learned from Ronaldo. He stayed grounded, always remembering that humility, hard work, and kindness were just as important as talent. On the night before his first professional match for the top club, Lucas sat quietly in his room, reflecting on how far he had come. It felt like just yesterday he was helping a stranger on the side of the road. And now, he was on the verge of living his dream. As he prepared for the match, his phone buzzed. It was a message from Ronaldo. "Good luck tomorrow, Lucas. Remember, it's not about being the best on the field. It's about being the best person you can be. Go out there and make us proud." Lucas smiled, a tear slipping down his cheek. His life had changed in ways he never could have imagined, all thanks to one small act of kindness. And as he looked ahead to his future, he knew that no matter what happened, he would always carry Ronaldo's words with him. As Lucas' career skyrocketed, he began to live the dream he had once thought impossible. He had become a star at one of the top football clubs in Spain, and his matches were now being broadcasted worldwide. Despite the fame and recognition, he remained the same humble, hard-working young man who had once helped Ronaldo with a flat tire on a rainy morning. One evening, after a particularly intense training session, Lucas received a surprise invitation. It was from Ronaldo, who had arranged a private meeting. Intrigued and grateful for all the guidance Ronaldo had provided, Lucas made his way to a lavish estate in Madrid. When he arrived, he was greeted not by a luxurious banquet or media entourage, but by the familiar sight of Ronaldo himself, sitting casually on a bench in the garden. No flashy entourage, no cameras, just the two of them, like it was the first day they met. "Lucas," Ronaldo said with a grin, "I have been watching you from the sidelines. You've grown into an incredible player. But more than that, you've become an even greater person." Lucas sat down beside him, reflecting on everything he had achieved and the challenges he had overcome. "I can't believe it all started with something as small as fixing your tire. I never imagined my life would turn out like this." Ronaldo chuckled, his eyes filled with pride. That flat tire was the catalyst for something big. "But remember, it wasn't just about you fixing my car. It was about the attitude you had, your humility, your work ethic, and your heart. Those things are what set you apart, Lucas." For the first time in his life, Lucas felt truly understood. It wasn't about his abilities on the field or his stats. It was about who he was as a person. And in that moment, Lucas realized that this connection with Ronaldo had become a mentor-mentee relationship that transcended football. As Lucas' career flourished, he knew that his story was more than just about achieving fame or success in football. It was about inspiring others. Just like Ronaldo had inspired him, he began visiting schools, talking to young boys and girls who dreamed of following in his footsteps. He shared his journey, emphasizing that it wasn't the talent that made him successful, it was his heart and his perseverance. And as he traveled the world, Lucas came to a realization: he wanted to give back in the same way Ronaldo had given to him. With that in mind, he started his own charity, dedicated to providing underprivileged children with the opportunity to play football and receive an education. The charity's mission was clear: no dream was too big, and no one should ever be told they were not good enough to reach their goals. One of the first donations Lucas made was to a small school in Lisbon, where he'd grown up. It was his way of saying thank you to the place that had shaped him, and the community that had always believed in him. It felt full circle. Just as he had once helped Ronaldo, he was now helping other kids chase their dreams. Years passed, and Lucas' name became synonymous with greatness both on and off the field. One day, he received a call from the football club's youth academy, requesting his help. They wanted him to join the coaching staff and mentor the next generation of players who were just like him when he first started. Lucas accepted the role, eager to give back to the sport and the next generation. On his first day at the academy, he arrived early to prepare for the session. As he walked onto the field, he saw a young boy standing alone, looking at the players training. Lucas approached him with a smile. "What's your name?" The boy looked up, a little shy. "Carlos. You want to join the training?" Lucas asked, giving the boy a friendly nod. Carlos hesitated but then nodded eagerly. "I want to be a footballer like you." Lucas smiled. The boy's words echoed in his mind, bringing back memories of himself at that age. The excitement, the hope, the dreams. He knelt down beside Carlos. "I know exactly how you feel, but remember, it's not just about football. It's about who you are and how hard you're willing to work for your dreams." He saw something in Carlos, just as Ronaldo had seen something in him all those years ago. A spark, a promise of greatness. And as the training session began, Lucas knew that he was passing on a legacy, not just of football skills, but of kindness, perseverance, and heart. The same lessons Ronaldo had taught him all those years ago, the same lessons that had changed his life forever. Years later, Lucas stood in front of a stadium packed with thousands of fans, holding up a trophy he had won with his team. He looked around the stadium, remembering the first time he had watched Ronaldo play on TV. He had been just a kid with a dream. Now, he was living that dream, with a career and a life that he could have never imagined. But as the applause rang through the stadium, Lucas knew that his greatest accomplishment wasn't the trophies or the accolades. It was the impact he had made in the lives of others, the young athletes he had mentored, the children he had helped through his charity, and the dreamers who now saw him as their inspiration. And as he held the trophy aloft, he whispered to himself, "This all started with a flat tire." Lucas' story was one of perseverance, humility, and the power of a single act of kindness. From helping a world-famous footballer with a flat tire to becoming a football legend in his own right, his journey was one of growth and self-discovery. He learned that it wasn't just about football, it was about who you were as a person, how you treated others, and the difference you could make in the world. As Lucas stood on the edge of the field, surrounded by the cheers of the crowd and the weight of his success, he couldn't help but reflect on how far he had come. The journey from the rainy morning when he helped Cristiano Ronaldo with a flat tire to becoming a professional footballer and mentor was nothing short of extraordinary. The trophies, the fame, the charity work, it all mattered. But it was the people he had helped, the young dreamers he had inspired, and the lessons he had passed down that were most important. It was the legacy of kindness, humility, and hard work that he hoped would live on long after the final whistle of his playing career. As the stadium lights shone brightly above him, Lucas took one last look at the field where it had all started. He had made his mark, not just in football, but in the hearts of everyone he had met along the way. And as he walked off the field, ready to step into the next chapter of his life, Lucas knew that this was just the beginning of another legacy, one that would continue to inspire future generations to believe in themselves, work hard, and never stop chasing their dreams.